Welcome to Katsari Yoga and this stretchy hip yoga flow. Come onto hands and knees, widen your knees, bringing your big toes together. Extend forward on the mat. You'll begin to feel a little inner hip stretch right away. Take in some nice deep breaths all the way down to your lower back. Circle your wrists a few times in each direction. And ground your hands down again, shoulder width apart. Settling your bottom towards your heels. Breathing deeply here. Observing stretch sensations in the lower back, around the sacroiliac area, where the spine meets the pelvis. On your inhalation, come up to hands and knees, hands under shoulders, knees under hips directly. Long lengthened spine. Imagine you have a light on your chest and beam it forward in front of you as you turn your tailbone gently up. Then as you exhale, tuck your tailbone under and round your spine. Inhale, shine the chest through to up cat, really roll your shoulders back as you shine the chest through. And on your exhalation, tucking your tailbone under, feel the forward bend flowing up the spine and relaxing your neck, head hanging down. Make this the last round, coming into a flat back position. Exhale as you step your right foot forward to the outside edge of your right hand. If your wrists hurt, you can make gentle fists, or if the stretch is very intense, making fists will give you a little bit more space. You can also rest your hands on a block. And we're circling the hips from here. Imagining you had a point on the mat in between your front heel and back knee. Change directions, let your face and jaw be relaxed. Relaxing through lips, teeth and tongue. Feeling all those wonderful stretches around the hips, the hamstrings, the buttocks, the hip flexors in the front of the left hip. Stretching the pelvic floor, helping with blood supply to these muscles. Come to rest with your right knee stacked over the right ankle. Bring the right forearm to the thigh and ease yourself up into a lunge balance. Reaching the left fingertips up as the left shoulder draws down the back. Keep gently pressing your hips forward, relaxing face and jaw, and breathing. Bring your fingertips to your shoulder, reaching the elbow up. Really breathing deeply into your side body. Stretch your arm up again and ground the hand down. Keep your left hand grounded down. Take your right hand to your right knee and roll the right knee out, coming to the outside edge of the foot. Reach your right arm up, twisting your torso to the right. Feel like you are pressing your hips underneath the right knee, so threading them through that gap. On your exhalation, ground your right hand down, step back to hands and knees as you inhale, and round your spine as you exhale into round cat. Inhale back into flat cat. Exhale, step the left foot to the outside edge of the left hand, left knee stacked over the ankle. And begin to circle your hips. Don't worry if this movement is quite small or if you end up with a sort of forward or backward rocking movement. Just let it be easy, let it be natural. Make sure that your face and jaw, lips, teeth and tongue are relaxing. Circle the other way. Be aware of all the changing stretches. Breathe into those stretches. Visualize tension melting away from the hips. Come to rest with your left knee stacked over the left ankle, bringing the left forearm to the thigh and easing yourself up into a lunge balance. Reaching your right arm up as you press your hips forward. Feeling a side stretch and a front of the body stretch. Bring your top fingertips to your shoulder, reaching your elbow up. Breathe very deeply into your side body. Breathe into the ribs. Lovely chest expansion. Ground your hands down. Keep the right hand down as the left hand comes to the left knee, rolling that knee out. Coming to the outside edge of the foot in a hip stretch. Reach your left arm up, twisting your torso to the left. Maybe even tucking your chin and looking up towards that top hand if that feels good. Imagine you could post your hips through that gap underneath your left knee. Big hip stretch. Ground your hands down, have a nice round into round cat. And inhale back into flat cat. Exhale, round into round cat. Inhale, back into flat cat. Continue with the breath. We're bringing lots of flexibility into the spine here. Bring your knees out wide, keep the toes curled under. And rock back into squat pose. The elbows nudge the knees apart. Feeling a stretch in the inner hips. Squat pose is also great for strengthening your legs, your knees and your ankles. Using the power of your legs and staying upright, so don't let yourself tip forward. Stay upright as you press up to standing. Come forward to the front of the mat. Imagine a straight line coming up the back of your left heel. Step back on that line, intersecting it with your right foot. So left heel aligned with inner arch of right foot. You might have a right angle between the feet, but certainly not letting the back toes point out behind you. Raise your arms up to shoulder height. Extend from fingertip to fingertip, making sure shoulders are away from the ears. On your exhalation, bring hands to the hips as you bend through your front knee, stacking the knee over the ankle. Inhale, back, reaching the arms up and straightening the front leg. Exhale, sink through the front knee. Imagine your pelvic floor supporting you as you sink down, bringing the hands to the hips. Inhale, arms up again. This time, exhaling as you extend over your left leg as far as you can. Imagine your back were flat against a wall, so you're not tipping forward, you're extending over that leg. Let your left arm drift down and your right arm drift up. You've created two triangles, one in the legs and the mat, the other in the arm, leg and side body. So remember, your side body is a straight line. Stay long through that underside. Bring your top hand to your hip and slowly come back upright. Turn both feet to the long edge of the mat, slightly 10-2. Sink your bottom down into goddess pose, not letting the knees overshoot the ankles. The bottom is sitting back, feeling the thighs and the buttock working. You can bring palms to touch. Breathing here, very strong. Send your breath to your legs. Well done. Come up to standing again, turning the right foot out and the left foot in, still on that imaginary line. Bring your arms out to shoulder height. And on your exhalation, sink through the front knee, stacking the knee over the ankle, bringing the hands to the hips. Continue with your breath. Inhaling, arms reaching up against, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend through the knee. Keep going. Make sure that as you bend through your right knee, the knee's not going past the ankle and it's not twisting inwards to the midline of the body either. So the knee is staying totally stacked over the ankle as the knee bends. Inhaling, arms up again. This time keep the front leg straight as you extend over your front leg, lengthening as much as you can. Make your underside body as long as you can. Let your right arm float down and your left arm float up into triangle pose. Maybe bringing your top arm up over your head if that's right for you. Make sure you feel like you're either sandwiched between two sheets of glass or your back is against a wall. So you're on that single plane, creating those two wonderful triangles with your body. Bring your top hand to your hips, slowly come back upright. Turn both feet towards the long edge of the mat. This time feet are parallel, heel behind the widest part of the foot. On your exhalation, hinge forward at your hips and let your knees bend as much as they need to get your hands to the floor and to keep your sacroiliac area where the spine meets the pelvis flat. So make sure your tailbone's not tucking under. Bend your knees more if it is. On your next exhalation, come up onto fingertips and walk your hands over to your right foot, feeling a lovely side stretch. Inhale back to the middle, still with a very long spine, and then exhale, walking your hands over to the left foot. Relaxing your neck, letting your head hang down. On your inhalation, come back to center, bend your knees more deeply, suck your tummy in, lift your pelvic floor as you come all the way up to standing. Heel toe your feet in towards each other. Come to the front of the mat with your feet parallel, bring palms to touch. Inhale, sweep your arms around and up, a gentle back bend. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips. Again, let your knees bend as much as they need to, so the lower back stays flat. Walk your feet back, coming into downward facing dog. A nice straight line from hands to tailbone. It's fine to bend the knees. Stay here, or if you want a bit more challenge, reach your right leg up. Bend the right knee, bringing the right foot towards the left buttock, opening the hips out to the right. Place the right foot down, gently come to hands and knees, and sink your bottom back into child pose. Have a few circles out for the wrists. Ground the hands back down again. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, downward dog. Maybe staying here, pointing your tailbone up and back. Or for more challenge, reaching the left leg up. Float the foot as high as you can. Then bend the left knee, bringing left foot towards right buttock. Opening the hips up to the left. A big stretch across the front of the hips. Straighten up your leg again. Gently place the foot down. Come down to hands and knees. Widen the knees, big toes together, sinking your bottom down to hair pose. Circle the wrists. Relax everything. Having a few breaths here, soft, melting, relaxing your whole body. Feel the earth support you. And when you're ready, bring the hands under the shoulders. Slowly come up to sitting. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. If you've enjoyed this video, then please hit the like button. Consider sharing this video with your friends and subscribe to my channel. You can also support me on Patreon to help keep the channel running. Thank you for sharing your yoga journey with me. I'll see you on the next video.